Hey guys, thanks for watching Precision Rifle Network. Joel here. I am here at Altus Shooting Center outside of Baker, Florida with my friend Brandon Haywood, and I'm gonna bring back the stage study videos with you. I'm down here just for the day, and we're gonna bust out a bunch of videos starting with the rocks. And if you've ever shot here, which I haven't, Brandon, this is his home range, and how about the rocks? What's everybody's opinion?
They hate them.
They hate the rocks. Everybody hates the rocks. So what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna be the amateur, the new shooter who's never shot any of these barricades. I'm not acting, I really have never shot anything here at this range before. This is Brandon's home range, so he's gonna have kind of the superior knowledge, the home range advantage. He's gonna know how to shoot all these. So I think it should be pretty apparent, the noob versus pro in these stage study videos today. So let's get after it. All right guys, so we've got three different positions here that we're gonna be shooting. 1, 2, and 3. Target is out there at 480 yards. So again, I'm gonna go first, show you what not to do, and then Brandon's gonna jump in and show us what to do. No pressure. All right, here we go. Be good if I put the dope on, you know. Ugh. All right, give me a timer or a beep or something.
Shooter, stand by, engage.
Miss, off to the right. Ugh. Miss. Impact. Okay, well, drop 2. Saw my misses, they were off to the right. I don't know if that's wobble or wind, but Brandon's up next. All right, shooter ready?
Yep.
Stand by, engage.
Just over top edge.
Back. And back. Okay guys, so now we're just going to kind of evaluate what he saw me do and then what he changed or did differently, and hopefully that helps you guys learn how to better shoot not only these rocks, but helps you think through just how to shoot barricades a little bit better. So I came in and shot right off of the edge here and decided to stand up on kind of back here.
Yeah.
I got both of those impacts, which is fine, but I saw you went to a different spot. Why'd you go up there?
So my thought process for a lot of these kinds of weird positions is if I've got room to move my rifle forward, I'll do that and then bring my body in closer to the barricade because it's less dead space. It gives me the ability to put a little bit of body weight on the barricade itself, especially something like a rock that's not going to go anywhere. And it just helps me build a little more stable position. The other thing to think about with the shape of this rock is if you use the back edge for support back here, you can be banging your bipod off of the forward edge of the rock. You can be getting hung up in some of this, whereas if you go to a taller flange on the rock, you get better clearance, especially because our target's actually over this way, not back here like it normally would be. So again, if I'm here, I can be running my bipod into this and end up with some hard-to-hard contact, get some extra hop out of the rifle, get some weird things going on with the recoil. If I get up here between the height of my bag and my plate and everything else, I've got no clearance issues off of this front section.
And that really just comes down to practice, guys. So I was given no time to really think through how I would run this or play around. It's like when you go to any match at any range anywhere, if you don't normally run there, you don't know that, hey, I could easily step down in here, eliminate that upper body movement, which I would have done. It's a great tip, and I think that's a definite thing you guys should take away from this, is anytime you can eliminate that upper body movement, that's a win. So had I known what he knows from being here and shooting this all the time, I probably would have chosen the same thing. At least that's the hope, is that you guys would learn from my mistake and choose correctly next time. So now on number 2, I came up here and I just went right off the top of number 2,
yep,
which you did as well. I think you knelt on number 3. We both shot number 2 about the same.
I think so. I violated my own rule because I'm not tall enough to get into this hole and easily shoot off of this with the height of the bag and everything else. Plus there's a rock over here that gets in your way. I've seen people try and lean into this. For some people it works, some it doesn't. With the way my rifle is balanced, which you can see how well it's just sitting here minding its own business, I can get away with coming up here, letting the rifle balance, and just basically giving myself a counter and letting the gun float. I keep just enough shoulder pressure in it for recoil management, but because my rifle does such a good job of staying where I put it, that's really the only part I have to worry about once I get it on target, is making sure that I've got the recoil management behind it. I don't have to really drive the gun as much.
You know, people have talked a lot about free recoil. Free recoil would be backing that shoulder completely out of the gun so that there's no input whatsoever except for your trigger press, or if you're holding anything with your offhand. This isn't that. It's really hard to spot impacts and misses with a full-on free recoil because the rifle just moves more. So he is getting his shoulder into the gun, he's getting everything set up, and then he's just backing that pressure out ever so slightly so he can still manage the recoil.
And every rifle in every position will be a little bit different, and every body's a little bit different. So with practice, you can learn when you get into a position pretty much how much shoulder pressure you need to really get the rifle to steady. And you'll also learn how to be able to adjust that with just a little bit of a change in your shoulder pressure to get that reticle to stay still. I will point out, this was my wobbliest position, and that first shot showed it because I missed it just over the top edge of the target. But I knew it was a bad trigger press from not the greatest position, and on top of that, I watched the round drop right into the dirt because of recoil management.
There you go. Now number 3, you went to kneeling. I think I stayed standing. I actually chose a slightly more left position. I shifted over a bit. I stood next to the side over there with one foot and then knelt down with my right knee. Consequently, that put me a little bit at an angle off to the gun. I like to be squared up directly behind usually. So by kneeling, you were squared up.
Yep. Now I will say that for the way you approached it, if we were running this with all 5 positions, getting over here, more like how you did it, has the benefit of when I transition to rock number 4, there's less movement involved. I went to a double kneeling because it's something I've practiced enough. I can get in and out of that position very easily and quickly, whereas a newer shooter may not be able to do that if they haven't put the time in to practice it. So getting over here, getting that shot off, and then being able to go to an almost immediate transition to right here, there's some benefit in that.
Right on, right on. Awesome. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed and or learned something from this video. We're going to be doing quite a few more of these in this series. It's kind of our stage study series here from Altus in Florida with Brandon Haywood. Stay tuned. Make sure and hit that subscribe button for me. Really appreciate that. And leave me some comments below because I love reading those and answering those. Thanks for watching today, guys.